1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Give me 7, and then the rush outward.
Okay.
So Val, I was wondering if you would take up the idea of bringing our students through a process that will give them an experience that will help them go through a form to a point and out of the form to a periphery. And I was thinking a Grecian form. Mm-hmm. And you take you've got 5 days, and you take the students through a process. I have a composer that has been wanting to work with you. Yeah, I've talked to him, I don't know, maybe 5 years about your work, and he can't wait to meet you. He's going to come. He's going to fly up to Sacramento he just moved to LA from New York City, and he's really excited to meet you.
And we'll do a process. The group will move in and invert out and have a new, fresh era to begin.
That would be amazing. And he's a composer, so he can follow what you just did in your movement with music.
I love it. Let's do it.
Okay, that's really great.
You have the incredible opportunity to create something new from wisdom that is quite old, very, very ancient.
Wonderful.
Out of this idea of the labyrinth, a dance into and out of the labyrinth from ancient Greece.
Wonderful. Mm.
And I've been told, and you've been told, and here we are together putting ourselves together, this idea of the crane dance.
Yes.
So what are some of your original or first thoughts when you heard about this?
I was inspired and captivated, and then I sketched some very simple melodic ideas, which from my original reading of the 8 movements that I mentioned I'd read about. But then you inspired me so much with the idea of these rhythmic patterns, which will become even more fresh because we'll write it from scratch together.
I would love to hear one of your
Certainly.
first melodic inspirations.
They're really rough sketches, and this is not, so you would be concerned of this. This isn't in a rhythmic conversation,
Okay.
but everything will evolve.
Or the color.
as a first.
It feels like the dawn.
Thank you. It's very rough. Made mistakes.
What was the picture for you?
You're just telepathically in sync, like a rising light, an opening. You're spot on. Yes.
Oh, my first thought when I heard it was, I wish this was a solo. I could just do it right now. We could just do it.
Though I was watching the music, it was exquisite what you were.
You could feel it.
Emoting. It was exquisite.
I mean, that's. I could see the dawn on the labyrinth or on the hill or wherever, and just approaching.
I love
It
that.
feels like. Yesterday was incredibly moving for all of us.
For me, very much.
For us together, for the group, which was expressed at the end of the day. It's kind of a natural reflection on the day, and it came up for many people, what a sublime experience it was to have the music in this room and to do the movements, and then others who spoke out very openly about how, they've never been able to do that ever in their life, and then they were able to do it.
Oh, that's
and feel totally transformed, and that they suddenly come to a new place in their human life through
wonderful.
what happened in this room yesterday. So, no pressure, of what we're doing, and so that was really exciting and very filling,
Yes,
overflowing, actually.
Yes.
One of the themes for basic human movement or life is the straight line
Yes.
and the curved line. And we experience it in many ways, in the forms of movement and even lines of melody or whatever. So the story that I came up with today through this morning was to begin in this mood of the ancient community that transforms into a female expression and male expression, and then a joined expression that reveals kind of the embryo.
Yes.
That goes through a process of being born to standing as an individual.
That's
which is,
beautiful.
Which is our contemporary time. It's the individual, that's our struggle, actually.
Yes.
And then to reform the community of these upright individuals that have each within ourselves some balance of the male and the female. So that's kind of the story that I've come to, that makes a lot of sense to me, with the impulse of the labyrinth and the struggles, particularly of those men yesterday,
yes.
to enter the flow of free movement.
Yes.
And it just kind of gelled into that picture.
It's beautiful.
And of course we feel blessed by the beings to share that. So that's the story, I think.
I love that. That's musically inspiring and evocative, and I can absorb that and try to put that in free improv into the music.
Yeah, I think that will be our exploration over the next couple of days. And I think we'll use everything we did yesterday.
Yes.
We'll use that spiral will be one of our big themes. And the running into the leap will be
yes.
a theme. And we might really like what happened when there were 5 coming downstage and running forward. If we had the person in the middle be lifted.
Oh, beautiful.
That not everybody goes into the leap, but
right.
that it's the run, and then the 2 on either side are the support for someone who can leap forward. And that would be the motion before the reforming of the new community.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Something like that.
I love that.
Folks are standing, equidistantly spaced, and then we have this motion we practiced of moving toward the center and moving back. But as we move back, this is Maureen's original, it's not a straight line, it becomes a curved line. So you're in a different place.
Beautiful.
Straight line into the center and a curved line, and maybe 7 times. I think more than that is too much. Less. I want a rhythm, and there's something metaphysical about the 7.
Yes.
And then after the seventh, and the coming out, there's a turning. So everyone's facing out. And then the taking hands, the beginning of the circling, and that would become the spiral.
How many steps walking forward would you say?
Oh, I mean, or what's the duration? Because it'll be a little bit different.
Yes, I love this. Would it be like, let me see, right.
So more of a building, and a flooding out.
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
It has to last longer, a little bit longer. They won't be able to do that fast.
Okay, let me see,
to a spiral, and then reverse spiral coming out will introduce that motif. And then out of the spiral, there'll be some change.
Open your arms. Nice. And then I'm going to let you go. Keep walking. Yeah, so keep walking forward unless you need to turn backwards. Some do. And I'm going to back you up a little bit, so we're going to form this circle, a big circle again. And forward again. Just keep it open. Okay, we're forming a circle now. You guys love this spiral. Keep going forward. Forward.
Clear that beautiful rhythm, the heartbeat, to something much more very mysterious and open, with spaces. We'll bring the women in. I mean, we'll break because we'll be talking through this. And that's wonderful.
Well, thank you.
Whew, that's whew.
It's so exciting to write with you.
I've never been able to never had this opportunity to do this process.
I haven't
create
either.
together.
I love that. I mean, you've begun a piece. I mean,
My heart is like,
oh, I'm thrilled.
so yesterday when we ended in a beautiful spot with the dancers.
Yes.
And I was able to conceptualize this 9-section piece, more or less.
Splendid.
And then overnight, and just now, have the schematic to put up on the board to help me with the transitions.
Yes.
Because that is always the hardest
Of
thing.
course.
You can think of what the main theme is for the movement, right?
Yes.
But the in and the out and the delicacy of that. So,
Definitely.
So I have to actually draw it. I mean, I can imagine it, but then I can't retain my imagination because the next one comes and pushes everything out.
I'm so with you. Same musically.
Yeah.
That's a very good synchronicity.
Yeah. So we kind of work the same way. We
Yes.
we sketch a motif and then fill it out.
Absolutely.
So, so today we'll review what we did yesterday,
Splendid.
which was from the beginning. Go into the men's and women's improv sections, and the merging section,
Yes.
section 5, which is when they come together. I think these middle sections are going to be not hard because they're improv for them. And then we're going to go into the individual in the center. And that will be more of a fixed choreography for the group. And I think that will be the hard, it will be fixed.
Yes.
And then the very end will be the biggest challenge. It's just serendipitous, this whole progression this week, that Maureen, out of herself, out of a form drawing,
Yes.
that we needed a lemniscape shape, asked me to step up and do a particular discus exercise, which now is going to become like the last movement.
Oh, that's fascinating. Wow. Beautiful.
Instead of, as we had begun, facing inward to the circle and moving that community, that ancient community, they'll be facing outward, and they'll do this incredible lemniscape motion into infinity.
Beautiful.
And just move to the edges of the room and
Oh, I love that.
and beyond, and that will be the end. And
Oh, that's so moving.
they will finish, and you will continue for a few seconds afterwards.
Yes.
And create the stars in the space.
Well, I love that. I'm still very, very formative stage, but it eventually will be a solid piece. On the 8. And that's 7, I'm not counting well. I think 7 now. Let me see.
And then you go into whatever, this is the improv,
Yes.
the men's, and that will last, well, let's see, a minute or two.
Oh yes, the men's improv, which I'd started, I remember. Yes.
And of course, we're going to stop
Yes.
at this point between each
I think I
section.
was going like, it seemed to work like something masculine.
And they had so much fun playing.
That was really, really fun
And they were
for
so
me.
scared and so nervous, and I got so many little side conversations about how scared they are, and then they totally, ate it up like it was candy.
Oh, isn't that wonderful? Great.
Okay, and then the women's section.
Which was the lovely sort of rapturous.
And then it's the merging, which is another.
That happens 3 times again, possibly.
Yeah. Let's just start there.
The birth section.
Birth section, which is a little more spare, and
Great.
will take a certain amount of time.
Great.
It'll be a solo, pretty much,
Lovely.
that will grow to possibly a lift. I don't know yet, or maybe not a lift. Maybe ultimately. So yesterday
Yes.
was wonderful. We did the whole
maybe 2/3
Yes.
of it, all the way through that new solo section that Amy
Yes.
did so poetically.
Wonderfully so.
Yeah, and I just spoke to her just a few minutes ago for the first time. I kind of didn't have a chance to just give her a little reflection, and she said for her to be moving in the circle with the music, carrying her and lifting her, was just such an incredible experience, and she was so grateful for the opportunity.
As I am in return, it's been so nourishing spiritually in all ways to me. I can't express that enough. I'm just been very spiritually uplifted, if not bodily.
Well, the bodily uplifting is probably where we're going to pick up again today, where we left off yesterday, because I got disembodied quite a bit. After our rehearsal, I was sitting, the next workshop started, and Maureen asked me, are you ready to, take a group? And I said, no, absolutely not. I'm in an altered state. But I was able to say a little bit later that there was no, as you know, words were incomprehensible. It was only space, music, form, and movement. And someone talking, as you saw, someone talking to me in words and asking a question about the blocking. I didn't even understand the question until I saw it, and then I could, until it was space, form, movement, and music, and then I could say yes or no. So we're going to pick it up there today.
Splendid.
And then I realized I have to do something that's awkward and tedious, in that we have to move backwards from the end so that I can figure out who's where based on where they need to go. But I can't know where they're going to go until they're there. So
as life is.
So with 20 people,
Exactly.
So and they've been very good about remembering, and I count on that, because I don't, because I'm, as you know, I'm just sculpting, and I just hope the clay goes where it's supposed to and not says, well, I don't remember where I'm supposed to go.
That's a good analogy.
So there were many special moments yesterday in rehearsal, besides me losing my connection to language. In the working through of that soaring segment, I think that's really what we should call it, the soaring.
The soaring section.
Who raised their hands to do it?
Interesting.
Because often it'll be, the smallest women who go, well, I would like to fly. I'm obviously a bird.
But your tiniest one didn't.
No, she, which was very socially conscious of her to step back. So we had, a man, we had, people of different shapes, long ones, small ones, and everybody could do it with, with the support of the group. Even though they were frightened.
Certainly.
Most of them. I also realized in watching both the men's and the women's section and the merge section that there are some folks that engage very easily and quickly, and some who don't. And I will privately ask a few key people to make sure that those folks who need a little help engaging have a buddy, even though they won't know that.
That's a lovely idea.
So that those transitions are supported. I noticed that yesterday. I think I mentioned this yesterday, that I know that this is going to get hectic because they won't be able to see. They're going to be moving, we call it, into the backspace, which is mysterious and, unseen with our eyeballs. So they have to engage another way of seeing. And but now that we're 4 days into our program here, I think everybody's very tuned
beautifully
to the space.
So what we had done the whole first half, where they come
Yes.
in to the center and then back out, is going to be, the word is flipped. It's
Right.
like turned inside.
Brilliant.
Turns inside out. Well, they will be moving backwards
Wow.
toward the center and forward to the out, which is the new consciousness, the
I love
new,
that.
so of the individual. There's still, as a whole, but there's more individuality. And I'm thinking, how are we going to manage the traffic jams?
Yes.
And the kind of chaos and safety-wise, actually. And I realize that's Amy's role in the center. She can be the bumper,
How interesting, yeah.
and she'll probably just have her hands up, and as people come
Yes.
back too far away, she'll just give them a little touch to
Just
help them
beautiful.
find that. And we were laughing. Maybe you were there last night. When we were talking about, we wish we had a drone so we could
Yes.
do a shot
Oh, wouldn't that be
overhead.
splendid? Yeah.
And so we could actually see what's happening with
Yeah.
the space coming in and out.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
So, I guess that's indications for you too that the second half has flipped. So I don't know what that means musically.
I think, interestingly, the way that you've directed and this music has evolved, it'll sort of work back to front and front to back.
Standing by. Curtain going up. Stars begin to shine.
you.